Hey, first grade. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday morning for me. I hope whatever day you guys are watching this, you guys are feeling happy as you can be, as healthy as you can be, and as safe as you can be. And speaking of the word safe, that leads me to our lesson for today. Okay. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our safety, how we stay safe, and things that could hurt us potentially. Okay. And how to avoid those. So, for me to do that, I need to present you my screen. So, let me turn my screen around so you can see what I see, and we could get to being safe. Present. All right, so I have the words be safe right here. And I have the words be safe right here because when we are safe, we can be happy, we can be healthy, and we could have a lot of fun and enjoy a lot of things as long as we're safe, right? But when we become unsafe, then things aren't fun anymore, right? All of a sudden, things get a little scary and get a little freaky and creepy, okay? So, we want to make sure we are all safe as much as we possibly can. But there are times where no matter how much we try to be safe, things just don't work that way, okay? And we end up getting hurt. Those are called accidents, right? Things happen sometimes where we're trying our best to be safe, but since we can't control everything, accidents happen, right? So let's talk about things that we can control and dangers that might be out there that we can do something about. Okay. So the world isn't always a safe place, right? And I got this sign here that says danger, keep away. Okay. Now I know by first grade, you guys all recognize this word danger. And the word danger, right, is a very iconic. It means there's a big symbol behind it, right? If you see this word somewhere, it means maybe I shouldn't go. Well, not maybe, but I definitely shouldn't go over there. Okay. Or I definitely should stay away from that. If you see that word danger, it's something that you should just, you know, don't even go near. Okay. So, because this world, for as good as it is, isn't always the safest place, right? We're going to talk about places that we might potentially get hurt, okay? And how to stop that or make at least minimize it so that way, you know, there's as little chance of us getting hurt as possible, okay? So here's the four places we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about here at school, okay? Because no matter how much Mr. Gomez wants to believe we're safe at school, there might be times where people get hurt. Okay, so we'll talk about how why that happens and how that happens, and then out in public, right? And where I mean by public is any place that's not at home or not at school, right? So it might be like the mall, it might be like the stores, it might be like on the sidewalk on the way home from school. Uh, it might be, there's a at the beach, at the park. Okay, that's all the public. Any place that's not home and not at school is the public. Okay, at home, for as much as we believe that we're safe at home, right? There are some dangers at home that we got to watch out for. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those and how we make sure that we're still safe at home. Okay. And then here's a big one that maybe you guys didn't even wasn't even aware that there was danger on the internet, right? This internet that we use to entertain ourselves can also be a very dangerous thing, okay? So we're going to talk about how to stay safe there too, okay? So let's go on and see what I got. Let's see what I got. So right here, okay? I got some pictures of school dangers, okay? In that very first picture, these young men, they're running around being happy. They all got smiles on their face, but they're at school, right? And I think I can tell at school because there's a clock there and maybe the doorway to a classroom and some lockers where they would put their things at, okay? Now, these young men are happy, but are they safe? Hmm. they're running around in the hallway, right? And running around in the hallway isn't a safe thing to do because they could slip and hurt themselves, okay? And I have seen young kids running around the hallways and then slip and scrape their arms or scrape their knees, hit their head and hurt themselves, okay? Or you could run into somebody else and cause them to get hurt. So running in the hallway isn't a very safe thing to do at school, okay? Playing in the hallways isn't a very safe thing to do at school. Now, 2, okay, not playing on the equipment correctly. So here at Darnall, we have some playground equipment back there, just like these young people are using in the picture, okay? They're all happy too. But I think that's because they're using the playground equipment the way they're supposed to. If we're not using the playground equipment the way we're supposed to, it could be potentially very dangerous for us and cause somebody to get hurt, right? For example, if you and your best friend are trying to get to the slide, right? And you guys want to see who can slide down the slide first, and you guys start running and pushing each other along the way, somebody might get hurt, right? Or if you and your best friend are on the swings and trying to see who can fly the highest on the swings, right? Somebody might fall off and get hurt. Okay, so not playing on the equipment correctly at school could cause somebody to get hurt. Okay, not wanting to wait your turn either, right? So say Miss Drusay is my first grade teacher, right? And she says, "All right, class, it's time to line up to go get lunch." And then all of a sudden, everybody runs to the door, right? And while you're running to the door, everybody starts pushing, and somebody falls and gets hurt. Okay, that wouldn't be the cool thing to do. So we gotta wait our turn, right? Because believe it or not, everybody gets the chance to go eat lunch, right? And it's the same lunch for everybody. And if you're the first person or the last person in line, there's really only like a minute or 2 between the first person and last person, okay? So you'll get your lunch. And if Miss Drusay says, "Oh, it's time to line recess," right? We would line up for recess and everybody's going out to recess, right? And so you don't have to worry about rushing, so that way you could be the first person in line. Just wait your turn, okay? Not using the classroom equipment correctly, right? Say I had a pair of scissors and I started playing with the pair of scissors. Instead of using them to cut paper like I'm supposed to, right? I start using them to mess around with my hands, or maybe poke or jab at my friend, or maybe run around the room with the scissors. So they could be very dangerous, okay? This is not something that you want to play with. And guess what, guys? I have that green ugly monster, the coronavirus, right there, right? Because at school, it could be something dangerous for us, right? We don't want it to be dangerous, and we're trying our best to make sure that it's not dangerous here at school. But there have been places where it has become a danger at school, okay? And so we're going to talk about how to make sure that we can stay safe from all these school dangers, okay? How can we be safe in school? So here at Darnall, we teach 3 things, 3 basic things that if you do these 3 basic things right all the time while you're at Darnall, then you'll stay safe here, okay? And you'll make it a safe place for everybody that's here. Okay? So the first of those 3 things is being respectful. Now, being respectful is being considerate of other people and their feelings, okay? So when we talked about everybody rushing into line to go to recess or go to lunch, right? If you were being respectful, you would allow other people to line up, right? You would walk to your line, allow everybody else to walk to their line, and then you just get in line when you get there, right? It wouldn't be that important to you to be the first one in line or the last one in line, right? Just walk to your line. When you get there, right? Everybody's going to get fed. Everybody's going to go out to recess. The second one is being responsible, right? So we got to be responsible for our bodies, for our hands, for our feet, right? We got to make sure our hands aren't being thrown around that might hurt somebody, or our feet aren't kicking around that might hurt somebody, that our body isn't running down the hallway, okay, that we might run into somebody. So we got to be responsible for a lot of things too, like our backpacks, right? We got to make sure our backpacks are hung where they're supposed to be hung so nobody trips over them or falls over our backpack, okay? Our water bottles, we got to make sure that after we drink out of our water bottle, we put it right back away where it's supposed to be so nobody accidentally drinks out of our water bottle thinking it's theirs, okay? So we got to be responsible and be safe, you guys. When you guys go out on this playground equipment, you got to be safe out there. You guys got to follow the rules, right? You guys got to make sure that you're waiting patiently, that you allow people to get on and off the equipment safely, that you get on and off the equipment safely, that you're not trying to do a backflip off of the monkey bars or something, okay? So we got to be safe. If we can be respectful, responsible, and be safe at school, everybody could be safe and this could be a much better place, okay? Let's see what else we got. Where else could we get in danger, okay? Dangers in the public, okay? Remember I said the public is any place that's not school or not home, okay? There might be danger out there. And the first of those dangers are there are some bad people that try to hurt children in a lot of different ways, okay? There are a lot of good people in this world, but unfortunately, there are some bad people also, okay? And there are some bad people that all they want to do is hurt children. So we got to make sure that we know about those people, right? This picture of this bad man is trying to give this little girl a candy, right? And that's a dangerous thing because she don't know what's in that candy. She don't know what he's trying to do, okay? He could be just a good old man that's trying to give the little girl candy, right? But she don't know that. So it's a danger to her, okay? Then things like cars and traffic can hurt children out there too, right? So I have a picture of 3 little kids walking across the street, right? They're in danger because a car might come racing through there and might hit them and hurt them, okay? So cars and traffic can be very dangerous to children out in public, right? And then I have a picture of that ugly green monster again, the coronavirus, because it's still out there in the public and we still have to make sure that we're not getting sick, right? And it's still a danger to us. So let's see what we're going to do about staying safe in public, okay? So, first, how can we be safe in public, okay? So, I have this little thing that says check with your adult first, okay? So, if somebody comes up to you and asks you, hey, Mr. Gomez, would you come and help me find my puppy? I lost my puppy, right? I'd say, wait, I have to go check with my adult first, okay? Or if somebody says, hey, Mr. Gomez, I'll give you $5 if you go help me find my kitten. I lost my kitten, right? I'd say, wait, I have to go check with my adult first. Okay? I want you guys to get into the habit of checking with your adult first. And to remind us about that, I'm going to play this little video, okay? And you guys are going to watch this little video with me and see how important it is to check first with your trusted adult.
Watch out, guys. Hey, come on, man. Oh, sorry. What are you guys doing?
Oh, nothing, just drawing.
Excuse me, kids. I'm kind of lost. Can one of you come over here and help me? I'll even give you $5.
Yes.
Please.
It's almost time for lunch, kids.
But, Mom, that man needs directions.
Hey, where's my $5?
Who is that?
We don't know. He was lost and asked for our help.
I hope you weren't thinking about going over there.
But isn't it nice to help people?
Adults shouldn't ask children that they don't know for help. If they do, you should check first.
Check first.
That's right. If an adult that you don't know asks you to do something or go somewhere, you should check first with the adult in charge.
Check first. That's easy to remember.
So what would you do if an adult you didn't know asked you to help find a lost puppy?
Check first.
And what would you do if an adult you didn't know offered you $5 to keep a secret?
Check first.
Or if an adult you didn't know offered you a ride to school?
Check first. Check first. Check first.
That's right. Good job. Now let's all go inside and check on lunch.
Yes.
Woohoo! I hope it's ham and cheese. I'm hungry.
All right, you guys see? So we got to check first with the adults that we trust, right? To make sure that it's going to be safe for us. Don't do anything with anybody that you don't know until you check first with your trusted adult, okay? There's also times where you might be walking home from school with your friends, right? And then you might hear noises that might harm you, like a dog or other people that you don't know or cars, right? So if we listen for those noises, right, and it'll help us stay safe. Now, you think I'll be able to listen for dogs barking or people that might hurt me if I have my AirPods in and I'm rocking away to Ariana Grande on my way home? No, right? It may be fun for me to listen to my favorite music on my way home, but guess what? I won't be able to hear cars coming or people coming that could harm me or dogs, okay? So you guys got to make sure on your way home is probably not the time to have your AirPods in, okay? Or your earphones. And you know what? Since that coronavirus is still out there, we still got to stay safe, you guys, okay? You still got to wear a mask when you go outside. And I know that a lot of the people that are given the vaccine, right? They don't have to wear masks now, or the government says they don't have to wear masks. But guess what? When you're young, they're not letting you have the vaccine yet because they don't have one to give you that's going to be safe for you yet, or that they know is going to be safe for you, okay? So because you don't have a vaccine, you need to still wear your mask when you go to the store, when you go out to places where other people will be that don't live with you, right? So wear your mask and keep your space. If you do that, you'll stay safe. Ooh, I was trying to rhyme. Look at me. I'm a rapper. All right. Let's see where else we might be in danger, okay? Ooh, danger's at home, right? This is weird because I thought home was supposed to be the place that we're supposed to be our safest, right? We have our parents there to watch us and protect us, right? So how could there be dangers at home? Well, let's find out, okay? Right there, I have a picture of a cabinet that has some chemicals in it that says bleach, right? And then there's some medicines down there. So chemicals and medicines can poison us and make us really sick and really, really hurt us, okay? So that's ways that we could get in trouble at home, okay? Or get hurt at home. So those things are dangerous. Ooh, I have the picture of a bathroom right there. Why do you think Mr. Gomez would have a picture of a bathroom, right? Bathroom would seem like a pretty safe place. You're not in there playing around. You're in there to get clean, right? And use the bathroom. But it turns out the bathroom is actually one of the most dangerous places in a house, right? More people get hurt in the bathroom than they do in any other place in the house. Do you know why? It's because there's water and soap in a bathroom, okay? Now, water and soap are a great combination to be able to get our skin clean and be able to clean our hair, but it's not a great combination to put under our feet when we're trying to walk, right? So say you're in the shower and you use shampoo for your hair, right? You know that all of a sudden the shower, the bathtub is going to get a lot more slippery, right? And some people slip and end up hurting themselves really bad, falling in the shower in the bathtub. Or if you get out of the shower in the bathtub and you're dripping wet and you put water all over the floor, somebody might come in right after you, right? And not know that you were dripping wet in the bathroom. And then they step on the water and slide, boom, and then they hurt themselves falling backwards, okay? And so that's the reason why the bathroom is such a dangerous place. It's because of the water and the soap that's in there. Next, there's a little picture of a little girl that's falling downstairs, right? The stairs can be a very dangerous place. And since a lot of us live in places where we have to go upstairs or downstairs to get to our homes, or even some of us even have stairs inside our homes, right? So we got to make sure that we're safe, but it is very dangerous. And then you can also electrocute yourself, okay? There's a picture of a little boy that's electrocuting himself right there. But guess what else could happen at home, right? We could also burn ourselves in the kitchen. Like if your mom is cooking something, she's cooking really good food, right? And it's on top of the stove, but you and your brother are playing in the kitchen, right? And you guys bump into the stove, you guys could really hurt yourself and burn yourself really bad, okay? So the kitchen can be a dangerous place at home too. So even though home is supposed to be our safe place where they protect us from all the bad things, bad things can happen at home if we're not being safe too. So let's find out how we should be safe at home. What can we do to be safe at home? All right, here's a picture of a family that's safe at home, okay? So first, we should allow all the adults to handle the chemicals and the medicines at home, right? We don't need to get into the soaps, the hard soaps, and the stuff that they use to spray on the counters and on the stoves and mop the floor with, right? That's not most of our jobs. So most of us should just allow the adults to handle those chemicals, right? And medicines are very dangerous too, because you shouldn't be taking anything that isn't given to you by a doctor or by your parents, right? If you have a headache, then you go ask your mom Mom, I have a headache. Is there anything that you can give me to make it feel better? Right? And your mom might give you some aspirin or some child's Tylenol or something like that, right? But if you go take something that wasn't meant for you, you might really hurt yourself, okay? So make sure we allow the adults to handle all the chemicals and the medicines, and we can stay safe at home, okay? We should also be careful with the water in the bathroom, right? If you're in the shower, you got to make sure that you are not playing around in there. You're not dancing, you're not moving, okay? So that way you don't slip in the shower. And then when you get out of the shower, you should step on something like a rug, right? Hopefully you have a rug in your bathroom that you can step on, or a towel even, or even some old clothes, right? That will be underneath you, so that way you don't leave all kinds of water there and nobody slips on it, okay? Don't play with the electricity. That is one of the most dangerous things in the house. If you're playing with the electricity or you're playing around those plugs, okay, it's not good. And then be careful in the kitchen. The kitchen is not a place to play, okay? It's not a place to run around. It's not a place to play wrestling. It's not the good place at all to do any of that. What's the kitchen for? It's the best place to cook food, right? And to prepare food to eat. And, some of us even do homework in a kitchen, right? But it's not to play in, okay? Let's see where else there might be dangers around us, okay? Ooh, danger on the internet, okay? There's a picture of a young lady. She's hiding under the table, okay? And there's a computer on, and it's on the internet. Why do you think the internet? Mr. Gomez says the internet is dangerous. All I do is watch YouTube videos, or all I do is play Roblox with my friends. How is the internet dangerous, right? Well, believe it or not, the computer is one of the greatest tools ever invented, right? It helps us in life so much. You can learn so much from YouTube, right? If you wanted to learn how to bake chocolate chip cookies, you can go on YouTube and there'll be hundreds of videos on how to bake chocolate chip cookies, right? If you wanted to learn how to draw a horse, you can go on YouTube and there'll be hundreds of videos to teach you how to draw, okay? The problem is, guys, there are also dangerous people that are on the internet that want to hurt children too, okay? And so we got to be very, very careful on the internet. Those dangerous people, they try to come into your internet and get into your internet and then try to talk to you, and and it's all bad, okay? So we got to find out, right? How do we stay safe on the internet, right? Let's find out, okay? Ooh, I got a picture that says of a guy on the computer, and it says, ask your mother, okay? Only go on the websites that your trusted adults allow you to go on, right? So if your trusted adults allow you to go on YouTube and they only want you on certain channels, then that's okay, right? If your trusted adults allow you to go on Brain Games, that's okay. But you got to make sure that those websites you're on are websites that your trusted adults know about and that they're okay with you being on, right? If they're not, or you have to hide those websites from your trusted adults because you don't want to get in trouble, then they're not websites that you should be on, okay? So another thing you could do is never, ever, ever talk to anyone that your trusted adults don't know in person, right? So you know how sometimes on the internet, you can be playing a video game and you can talk to somebody through your headphones that's on the other part of the world, okay? If you're talking to them about the game and what's going on in the game, that may be okay. But if they start asking you questions about you and what you're doing and your life and where you live and things like that, no. Don't talk to them, okay? Make sure your trusted adults know who you're talking to, okay? Find out if they know who they are. And believe me, if your mom wants you talking to them or thinks that it's okay for you to talk to them, she'll tell you. But if she don't think it's okay for you to talk to them, then definitely it's not okay, right? So be very, very careful who you're talking to on the internet. Don't talk to anybody that your trusted adults don't know in person, right? Another thing is never, ever give out your name or where you live to anybody, okay? So sometimes on those chats or in on social media accounts or in those game rooms, right? People will ask you what your name is, right? And they could see your screen name, so don't give them your real name, right? Or don't tell them where you live. If they want to know where you live, just say I live in California, right? Because California is giant. They won't ever be able to find you. But if you tell them your address or what street you live on, they may be able to find you and may be able to hurt you, okay? So don't ever give out your name or where you live to anybody. And everything you do on the internet, you should check in with your trusted adults about, okay? They're the ones that are going to keep you safe because believe me, the internet is so giant, right? And so complicated that you may start out on YouTube on a toy unboxing video and then somebody may try to hurt you from that, okay? So make sure you're checking in with your trusted adults. Don't be on the internet on places that you shouldn't be, okay? So you guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about making sure that we're staying safe, right? And I talked to us about probably the four most common places that we might get in trouble or we might get hurt at, okay? So we talked about how to stay safe in those places, like at home, at school, in the public, and on the internet, okay? So please be safe, be happy, be healthy. I want to see you guys here. I want to see you guys grow up. And that's all I got for you guys today. Okay. Remember, wear your mask, use your hand sanitizer, keep your space. And I'll see you here at school. Hopefully. Okay. Bye, you guys.